That's right. It's time for Saturday Night Live and Local, DNP 102.3. And tonight our guests are Daniels and Reinhart. We got Tom Daniels and Terry Reinhart in the studio tonight. They're going to be playing live. We're going to listen to some live music. Some CD music from a live performance from back in the day. And welcome, you guys.
Glad to be here.
Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you.
It's going to be a fun night. We're going to listen to a lot of your music, and it's going to be, it's only 2 hours. You know, sometimes the time goes like that, and it's like, gee, we don't have enough time to talk about all this stuff, but we're going to make it tonight. So I'm going to start out and just ask you guys, when you were a kid, what got you interested in guitar? I mean, we'll start with you, Terry. You're the talker of the group, aren't you?
Yeah, I just told you I'm the one that doesn't talk.
That's why I went right to you.
Yeah, back in the day, it was the folk music, Kingston Trio, Chad Mitchell
the great
Trio.
folk scare of the
And so I started out there, and then all of a sudden the Beatles hit. And so that kind of changed. But I was already into the guitar playing, so it just was kind of a nice segue right into the rock. But I still have like a folky kind of background.
Okay. Whoa. There's some loud.
I hear that.
So that's, what about playing the guitar, though? I mean, was there somebody that in the family that got you playing, or you just decided to pick it up yourself?
I just decided myself.
Okay. Well,
Trying to find a little place in high school for myself.
Yeah, I understand, believe me. What about you, Tom? When did you start playing guitar, and what inspired you?
Well, I always liked singing, and I always bothered my sister she played the piano, and I was always on her to accompany, learn a song so I could sing. And finally I thought, well, if I played the guitar, I could accompany myself. So I taught myself guitar, and that's the only reason I wanted to play guitar, was so I could sing with something. Yeah. And I was influenced by the folk stuff, Gordon Lightfoot and Phil Oakes, some of the political stuff, Dylan and all that stuff. That got me into that genre, and then Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and
Guthrie, and all those back.
Guthrie, and Woody Guthrie, Arlo Guthrie,
that's all great stuff. It's still great stuff.
It sure is. Yep.
It's good stuff.
Yep.
And what about Harry Chapin? That was.
Well, that came along
later.
Yeah, that was in the early '70s, and that's when Terry and I first met, and we found we had that in common, that we liked Harry Chapin, and not too many people really knew about him then. I think he had Taxi out, and so that's how.
We had a mutual friend. We didn't know each other, but we had a mutual friend.
Right.
And he kept, for a couple of years, he says, he knew I played guitar and heard me. He says, you need to get in touch with my buddy. He says he teaches English at Dover, and he plays country western music. I said, well, no,
I didn't. It was folk music.
So anyway, we stumbled in a bar one day. We were with different people, and we just happened to...
Espy's.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Espy's Tavern downtown. Before Limby's.
Yeah, it was Espy's before it was Limby.
So you were really stumbling, really.
Yes.
Literally.
So but our two groups happened to sit at the same table, and he and I got talking to each other, and I figured out that's who our friend was trying to tell me about. And so we used to get together on Sunday afternoons at Tom's house, and
your apartment.
My apartment, and I lost it. Well, I was between. I think it's divorced.
Yeah.
And lost my guitar, and so I had to borrow a friend's to go to Tom's house. One day I said, Tom, I'm going to get another guitar.
Yeah.
So over to Monroe Mall we went to Pavlov Music. I bought the guitar, and then we thought we'd go down and to the Der Stein House and Wet or Whistle.
Oh, yeah.
So we went in.
Stein House, buddy. That takes you back.
Years, the old Monroe Mall.
Yeah.
So next thing, we just went in innocently, sat down, had a guitar case with us, and I happened to know the manager, and she goes, well, get that guitar out. So Tom and I would start, well, we didn't even know enough
song
songs
together,
between
no,
ourselves.
no.
So I'd play a couple and sing, and he'd play a couple and sing, and we knew a couple that we could just do harmonies on. And she says, "Well, go ahead. Just you can tell the rest of about the Monday nights."
Said, yeah, she said, "You want a job?" We looked at each other, and we hadn't even discussed it. You know, our whole career has been that way. We didn't plan anything.
Kind of stumbled into this.
And we looked at each other and said, okay. And we started on Monday nights at the Der Stein House, and we were there for 30 Monday nights in a row.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's where we built a little following. We started doing Shape and Leon Redbone.
Oh, wow. I remember him.
Terry used to do Leon Redbone. We did just stuff like that we'd... For a while, we took turns doing songs. We'd learn a couple together.
And we didn't have 3 hours of music between us.
No.
When we...
But
That was a cool little place, though, the Der Stein
It
House.
was.
It was.
Kind of a nice, quiet, dark.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, we liked it.
Yep.
It's been good to
Good
us.
times, yep.
Well, both you guys from Dover, or?
Well, I'm from Dover all my life.
Yeah, I'm from Roswell.
Roswell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Indian Valley School District, that area.
Okay,
yeah.
that was probably, what, Indian Valley South at the time, north?
No,
No?
it was Midvale, buddy.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Midvale.
Well, wait,
That's when
okay.
Midvale, Tuskegee, Port Washington, Jeanette and Hutton all had their own high schools.
Yeah.
And I was one of the last classes to graduate from Midvale before it became Indian Valley. Yeah.
Okay. Then
He
you
still has a Letterman's jacket from
Really?
Midvale Blue Devils. And he wears it quite proudly.
Yes,
Does he?
indeed.
Yes,
Yep.
he does.
Yep.
That's good. Hey, I got some a CD here of some stuff that you guys had.
Yeah.
It was recorded back in, I think, 1976, 77,
yeah,
78.
yeah.
Now you're giving our age away.
Well,
Yep.
no, that's still
That's
still
it.
young men.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But anyhow, I'm going to play one of the songs there. Yeah, we'll play number one on that. Is there one you want to pick off the list here?
Doesn't matter to me.
On this,
Which one?
They're all bad.
No, they're not all bad.
Oh, I don't care. What do you think there, Terry? How about which CD you got?
On the right.
That's one you got in there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, let's
I'm leaving
see.
it up to you.
Yeah, just play one. I don't get Dust on My Saddles, I guess.
That's fine.
That's the one they used to get up on their chairs and people would stand on their chairs and clap to this song, Dust on My Saddles by Seals and Croft. And that's a story too, but
For later on in the evening.
Or you want it?
Oh, let's hear it now, because this is what, live stuff here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's live.
it's
It's
recorded
live.
live.
And
Well, they used somehow, I don't even know how it started, but people used to get up on their chairs and yell and sing and dance.
to
when we
this
did
song,
this
to this
song.
one song, yeah.
And now, occasionally, when we still play, we don't play the song too often, but we encourage our listeners, most of them, not to get up on the chairs anymore.
Especially at our
Yeah,
age.
just get down there and stay on
But
it.
what happened was we were playing at the Alpa Lanes in Uricksville, and when they would get up and stand on their chairs, and they made them get down. And Jim Thomas, who was an attorney, Jim Thomas, do you remember Jim Thomas, Dilly? Jim Thomas and his group would say, boy, if we ever own a place, we're going to let people get up on their chairs. Well, lo and behold, several years later, they bought the Roswell Inn
Okay.
at a sheriff's auction, and for about a year and a half, 2 years, had a really successful place out there. And people still remember that experience. And that's where it really became a tradition where everybody would stand on their chairs when we did this song. Yeah.
All right, well, let's play that one. Here we go.
Well, in case you missed it the first time and didn't stand up on your seats, I'm going to give you a second opportunity to do so.
All right, you ready, Bob Wise? By the way,
Bob was here,
I want to do a plug for Bob Wise and his group. The Shumbrum Barbershop Quartet. Chorus. The Shumbrum Barbershop Chorus is going to be at the amphitheater in Shumbrum, July 24th for a free concert. So come out if you like a lot of harmony and haircuts.
Free haircuts that night.
Bob
Right,
has,
Bob?
he has a truckload of used haircuts.
Bob said he'll shave anybody that comes out.
That's good. That's good harmony.
Ship. You gonna do that one? You gonna do that one? No?
All right, we had a request for about 5 requests for this song again. Susie Prague.
Come on, Doug.
That wasn't bad. Right, Sharon? What the hell?
Did you just say hell on the radio?
Oh my God, Terry, that was live and
I know.
raw and.
Where was that at? Did you say?
I think that was the Ross.
No, that was it.
Bentley's here.
No, Ericksville.
Oh, is that? That was
Alpa
Alpa
Lanes.
Lanes
Alpa
down in
Lanes, okay.
Ericksville. Yeah,
Yeah, that was great.
yeah.
You guys, that was probably recorded in '76. Is that the year you
Yep.
guys finally got
Something,
together?
Yeah, 75, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
80. And that's, yeah. But yeah, Alpa Lanes, we'd play in the lounge and with the sounds of bowling pins crashing in the
Yeah,
background. you
really.
know.
We started there as a two-man group, and Al Pica, he's passed away, but
Yeah.
said, if you get a drummer, I'll hire you for 3 nights a week in the summer. Remember that?
Yeah. So we found a drummer.
Really?
Yeah, we did. That's
Yep.
how it all started.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, beyond the two of us.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when you were growing up, of course you said the Beatles were influencing folk music. What did your parents listen to? Is that's
Well, my dad was really into music. He was big into the big band sounds, you know, Stan Kenton and Tommy James, all that stuff, and he loved Bing Crosby and all that
Oh, yeah.
stuff. And Dad sang. He was a good singer, but he never sang out in public. But
Yeah.
he was really into music. That was his influence, and I still love that music.
Yeah.
to this day. But he used to make fun. I liked Elvis when he first came out. He changed my life when I heard Elvis do. I went to my aunt's house and she had the 45 of, You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I swear to God,
Early
it was
rock.
like I remember that feeling like it was yesterday, that it was like it changed my whole life.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was like, 26 miles across the sea, Santa Catalina, and all of a sudden this raw, I guess you call it rockabilly now, but
Yeah.
and it just was profound. And Dad hated Elvis, but
Yeah, that was against everything that he stood for.
yeah.
A lot of parents felt that way about Elvis. But I know a lot of people that I have on the show here, when the Beatles came on in 1964 and Ed Sullivan, like Carl Dreyer was on the show, Dan Gribble, all those people, they said when they heard that, they knew exactly what they wanted to do from that day forward.
Darn.
Right.
So I liked him too. I mean, I was just like fourth or fifth grade when I heard him on Ed Sullivan, but we always watched Ed Sullivan.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was, of course, my dad was an old Italian Catholic guy, and look at them damn kids. Got hair, long hair.
Long hair, I know.
Funny looking boots. What the heck's the matter
Even
with
though
them?
they wore suits and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, they thought they were
long
the
their
devil
hair is.
reincarnated or something, but
Yeah.
as it turned out, they were wrong. They were good.
That's right. Actually, there's three of us here who actually saw them live on Ed Sullivan in '64. Wasn't that when it was? 64?
1964, yeah.
Yeah. So three of us in
Yeah.
this room right here
Yeah.
actually saw them. Not too many people.
Well, my sister was 6 years older than me, and she was like one of the screaming girls. She was in the living room. My dad was looking at her like, why don't you go to your room? It's like, want my daughter doing that kind of stuff. Look at those girls. They're ridiculous. But they must have had something. I mean, everybody loved them.
Yes, they did.
It was great stuff.
Yep.
So when you guys got together, that was the first time you guys actually played in a band together, or did you just play around the house before that, or
Well,
was Daniels and Reinhart your first experience of going out and playing?
no, I started in '69 in
Okay.
a bar in Clarksburg, West Virginia, 5 nights a week, singing through a house PA and singing folk music for 5 hours a night.
Oh, my God.
It was seriously. It was, and then I was with a rock band, lead singer in a rock band, who went in the studio and we did demos and almost had a record deal with MGM Records back in 1970. And I was with them for a year after I graduated from college. That's all I did was travel around with them, and then after that is when I got hooked up with Terry. After we moved back here. And
Okay. Well, Terry, you were in Vietnam. When did you come back from Vietnam?
Oh, 1970, 69, 70.
Okay.
I was there, yeah.
Okay.
But I started playing in high school about 64. And first gig, I think, was up at the Dover Moose on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah, and I do remember my first New Year's Eve I ever played was down at the old Brooklyn Grill.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole band was so young, our parents had to go. Sit there with us. And don't ask me how we even got the job. I can't remember. And I'm sure they didn't like us. But
What kind of music did you play?
just the old rock and, just
Yeah.
the stuff that was being played on the radio.
Yeah.
They didn't want to hear that, I don't think. But that was my first experience.
So the first time you got up in front of a live audience, what'd that feel like? I mean, some people say they get hooked on it, the adrenaline.
Yeah, I know
And you guys do
now.
it.
I never did. I still get a little nervous
Really?
every time we play.
After
I
all
get-
these years?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever gotten hooked on it.
Yeah.
there's something about doing something and have people react to it in a positive manner that's just that you just can't find in too many things you do in life.
Right, yeah.
And boy, that
it's
feeling-
immediate
and
feedback,
it's
too.
immediate feedback, and every night's different at live experiences.
Good or bad.
Good or bad. But I think that's what does get musicians hooked on that, is that immediate feedback and
Right.
that feeling you get when you do. One person
I think,
comes up and
yeah, I
says,
think
"Man,
that's
that
where
song
the-
was great." It's
And that means the world
it
to you.
does.
That's
I think that's kind of what I got off on more than just thinking, hey, I'm going out and play.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm more expecting the experience.
Right.
You know, we've always tried to draw our crowd in to
Yeah,
what we
you guys
do.
always have crowd participation.
I've never played
Yeah.
a song
Yeah.
that I haven't made a mistake in, and I've started a few songs and I just stop and I go, wait a minute, that's the wrong key, and then people laugh and I laugh, and we just
Just keep
becomes
going.
part of it. We're just who we are, and
Yep.
we're not trying to be anybody.
Well, I think
You know.
that's what the attraction is, because you're real people. I mean, you guys have been around a long time, and
Right.
I've heard you I don't know, umpteen times in
Right.
different places and everything. Always had a good time, always audience participation.
Yep.
And that's really big, because that's
Yep.
what they want. They want
Right.
to entertain. It's not all about just the music, but the
No.
interaction between you and the audience
Right.
is really important.
We even talk about the breaks. You know, we take breaks, and in
Uh-huh.
our breaks, that's part of our show, because we talk to people, and we make them. I don't know. We like to see them, and it's part of the whole experience.
Right.
You know. And
Yeah. Can't beat that.
Nope.
Well, I'm going to ask you guys to play a live song. You got one picked out for us,
Yeah.
or
I think
Which one am I
so.
gonna do? This one? Okay. Yeah,
What-
we'll do one.
what you going to play?
Tequila Sunrise.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. All right, take it away.
It's another tequila sunrise, going slowly across the sky. I said goodbye. He was just a hired hand, working on the dreams he'd planned to try. I said goodbye. Every night when the sun goes down, just another lonely boy in town, while she's out running round. She wasn't just another woman, man, I couldn't keep from coming on. It's been so long. Oh, it's a hollow feeling when it comes down to dealing friends. You know it never ends. Take another shot of courage. I wonder why the right words never come. You just get numb. It's another tequila sunrise. This old world still looks the same. Just another frame. Wasn't just another woman, man, I couldn't keep from coming on. It's been so long. Oh, it's a hollow feeling when it comes down to dealing friends. It never ends. Take another shot of courage. I wonder why the right words never come. get numb. It's another tequila sunrise. This old world still looks the same. Just another frame.
The crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Great song. Hey, this is Saturday Night Live and Local, only on DNP 102.3 with your host, Johnny T. That's me. And tonight, this is Daniels and Reinhart, Tom Daniels, Terry Reinhart. And we're going to take care of a little business here real quick. And then we're going to move on.
Apologize for that crack in my voice, man.
That's okay.
Saturday nights, live and local, from DNP 102.3.
This is Johnny T with Saturday Night Live and Local. We're here in the studio tonight live with Daniels and Reinhart. And these guys are playing some live music. We're listening to some old music from back in the 70s. We all remember the 70s, don't we?
Yeah, most
Not
of
many
it.
of us
most
do.
of it.
Yeah, most of it. Yeah, not all of it, but we remember most of it. But anyhow, so you guys got together and you guys played all over the place because everywhere I looked, I was around here. I was away a couple years, but when I came back in maybe 76, 77, you guys were everywhere.
Yeah, we were.
Every time I turned around, Daniels and Reinhart were here. Daniels and Reinhart were
Yeah,
there.
we were on showcased in the Times Reporter. We played a lot of benefits too. Remember, we were big on benefits for the.
Yeah.
Did a lot of those.
Well, you guys both had, I don't want to say real, you had conventional jobs.
Yeah.
So the music was, I hate
Real
to say
jobs,
it.
yeah.
People criticize me when I say
know.
that. Oh, you had real jobs. They go, oh, what do you mean real jobs?
Yeah.
So anyhow, you guys had conventional jobs. And
Right.
Tom, you were a school teacher.
Yeah.
In Dover?
Yeah, as well.
Me too.
Yeah.
You too? Both of you guys. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just kind of followed each other around for many years.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was in. He taught in Philly, I guess, most of the time.
I
didn't
started in Sandy Valley.
Sandy
when
Valley,
we were
yeah.
together,
Okay.
yeah.
And I was at Dover,
Okay.
Cincinnati for 1 year, and at Dover the rest of my career. And I'm still teaching part time. So,
Really?
Yeah, at Philly. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yep. I'm
Yeah,
a
Philly.
Quaker now. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Chad here. Chad Feldbush is our engineer here, and he's a Philly boy, too.
Yep.
As well as I am. But you know what? We have a great community here, Dover, New
Oh,
Philly. Always good
absolutely.
things going on in Dover, New Philly.
Absolutely.
So you guys had a drummer. Did you ever expand on that and have more? Or did you play electric, or did you play all acoustic?
Leading into the CD, aren't we? Into our recording, yeah.
Yeah, well, we started out with the drummer that was kind of thrust upon us, and
Forced upon you?
thrust, not forced. That one.
That scares me.
Yeah, and then he didn't quite work out. I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
But then I was not married, so I was living with another guy while I was still going to college. We were splitting, trying to make our way through life. He goes, "You need to see my brother-in-law." And so that's how we got hooked up with Ted Harrison.
Okay, I don't know that.
Probably one of the greatest drummers I've ever worked with.
Really? Was he was from this area, too?
Oh yeah, New Philly.
I don't think I remember that
Oh,
name.
he's good.
Did he play in bands around here? Or?
Yeah.
Had a lot of country and
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah. We, we were talking about, Terry and I were talking about this the other day, that we did things, everything we did was unconventional because we started playing out, we weren't even ready to play out. We just started playing. We didn't plan on forming a band, We ended up with a 5-piece band by 1980.
Really? Oh,
And
my God.
nothing was really planned. It just sort of happened organically,
And the great businessmen we were. Tom and I made X number of dollars a night. So like every person we added to the band, we just added that much more. And we didn't get it.
You got less.
Yeah, we kept getting the same, but we became this employment agency, I guess. No, they were all great guys,
Oh,
but
we
we,
had fun,
didn't get
yeah.
rich on it. And then we just became a little more
Well, it's more. It's
yeah.
difficult when you have 5 personalities,
Yeah.
5 people with 5 different lives. It's just hard
Right.
to keep that together. And it, in 1980, we decided we all went our separate ways for a while. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this time we got back together about 10 years ago.
Yep.
And I said, Tom, 2-piece or no piece for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It has worked out well.
It just keeps it
Yeah.
simple, and we don't have any loopers, or we both use one.
Stereo chorus. or
Yeah,
something,
use
that's
chorus
about it.
pedals, but that's it. We have no
No effects.
electronic. No,
Yeah.
if you don't hear it coming from us, you don't hear it. So.
Well, that's good. Nice raw. That's good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I like it myself.
We were telling you the other night, I think it's one of the things people know what to expect
Right.
when they hear Daniels and Reinhart are playing, like it or not, but they
Yeah.
know what to expect.
I haven't run across anybody that didn't like it.
Well,
So.
I don't know.
You haven't run into all the right people.
But
not that naive.
that's when we got, when we decided to go in the recording studio, man, we had a good sound, man. We were doing 3-4 part harmonies, and
Mm-hmm.
the bass and the 2 guitars, a drummer, and
Wow.
Keyboard.
What, the studio was local here somewhere? Or?
Chillicothe.
Yeah, we
Chillicothe?
went down to Appalachian Sound.
Okay.
It was, I think, Pure Prairie League did their first
Oh, okay.
recordings down there.
Okay. Well, I want to mention real quick that we're not broadcasting live on Facebook, but if you have any comments or anything, friends or relatives or enemies or whatever, if
That's
they want to,
cool, yeah.
if they want to make any comments on Facebook, just look for Saturday Night Live and Local on DNP 102.3. It'll be on Facebook listed under Saturday Night Live, and then like our Facebook page too, and you can follow along every week with who we have, and actually when this is all said and done, when we're done tonight, there'll be pictures and probably a couple videos of you guys on the radio.
Well, that's great. Yeah.
It'll be fun stuff.
I'll tell you, John, it's great what you're doing here. I thought about it since we talked to you the other day, and I thought, man, this is something this area is needed, because, we talked about this too, that throughout the years, everybody has commented on how talent-laden this area is
Yeah.
musically. I mean, and it always has been for a small area. It's incredible.
People that I know, I worked in Canton all my life, and people I know, oh, I know so-and-so down there in Philly. Oh, I know this band. I know that band. They knew everybody down here, and they had either come down and played with them, or they'd gone up there and played with them. I don't know if it's in the water. I didn't get any of that water, so
Well, on the venues, there's so many people, places that hire live music, which is so wonderful. I'd rather go listen to bad live music than
AM radio.
not. Yeah, yeah,
Or jukebox, yeah, that you have no control over.
right.
Yeah, this area does, and now that wineries have popped up,
Oh yeah.
my gosh, the possibilities are endless now. There's so many wineries in Dover, Philly, and the surrounding area. It's just great.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys play at a
yeah,
couple
a few
of them.
of them. Yeah.
A couple of them,
Yeah.
yeah.
Summertime is probably your busier time of the year.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, we played, maybe 2-3 times a week
Wow.
Summer, yeah, we're.
in the summer, yeah.
Yep.
As the older we get, the more I don't really want to play in the fall and winter.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Stay home and
So-
Right.
fire up the fireplace.
We're kind of revisiting that.
Uh-huh.
Maybe paring back a little bit in the colder weather.
I don't blame you a bit.
Yep.
When I retired, wintertime, I thought I always hated winter, but now I don't hate it so much. 'Cause I don't have to go
Yeah, you
out.
don't have to go out.
I just
right.
stay home.
6 inches of snow in my drive. Who cares?
If you don't like it, don't come and visit me.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, that's fun. We got to see, what was this other song we had here? It was number 6 on that one there. I can't remember.
Oh,
But
my music.
it is your music.
Yeah.
That's right.
Loggins of Messina.
Okay.
I
That's-
remember that.
I had looked at it earlier. That's all I.
Well, I did
that-
too.
and
but I
Mr.
forgot
Tanner?
it all.
Was it
Mr. Tanner?
Was that what it was?
I don't know. Which CD? You have the same CD in?
No, it's a different CD.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is.
It's
And,
the one that you gave me.
oh, I don't know.
You said play number 6.
Number 5, I think it was.
Okay. switch to
It's
5.
my music, I know.
Okay, we'll switch.
I don't care what you play on it, though. I know.
Okay, we're going to go
They're
to
all
number
bad.
5. No, they're not.
They're all raw
We
and
sound like
live.
chipmunks.
Live recorded.
Most of the stuff was recorded in reel-to-reel or...
Yeah.
Reel,
Yeah.
two microphones, and I wish I knew how I did it.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, though.
Yep.
But anyhow, we've got it on a CD, and we're going to play song number 5 off of this one.
Here we go. Do 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 do. Hey little girl, I'll meet you at the schoolyard gate. I got the backstage tickets to the biggest show in town. Honey, don't you make it too late. Leave a little early, we can get him with a band. Her left-handed Smitty got his old man's band. Let's get together while the getting is right. Go with the rhythm tonight. God knows that I love my music. Ain't never gonna change my tune. You know that I love my music. Ain't never gonna change my tune. I said, hey little girl, I'll dance with you all night long. The rhythm got me jumping, I feel pretty loose. The power in me coming on strong. With you baby, whip it on you baby. There's power in the sound. Everybody jumping, we can tear the house down. But let's get together while the getting is right. Go with the rhythm tonight. God knows that I love my music. Ain't never gonna change my tune. You know that I love my music. Ain't never gonna change my do 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 do. All right, love my music. Ain't never gonna change my tune. You know that I love my music. Ain't never gonna change my do 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 do.
That'd be good.
There was Daniels and Reinhart live. I don't know where that one was. Same place
It
as
could have been Roswell Inn, Bentley's.
any one of the...
Yeah, really. I
Many
don't,
places. I don't know what it.
I'd have
which
to
one
look
that
on
was.
the original tape.
Hey, we got a comment here on Facebook. Somebody, you remember Dan Slentz that went to Dover High School?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He said he's fond memories of Tom, not so much Terry. No, he didn't say
No.
that.
Hey, that's the story of my life.
No, he had fond memories.
Tom and that other guy.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, right.
he had fond memories, and he talked about you guys. Were at the Jerry Lewis Telethon, Rainbow Connection. You're always
Oh, yeah.
professional there, and always did a good job for
We used to
him.
do that live.
We did
Yeah?
that
Oh,
many.
boy.
We did that many years. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
I still have a video of that someplace.
Do you really? Yeah.
Really?
We did a lot of benefits back there in the mid to late '70s. We really did. Tuscarawas County, the services,
Oh, Jobs and Pam.
Child and Family or Jobs and Family Services, and yeah.
That's probably my cousin. You know my cousin Tim.
Yeah. Oh, Tim
He worked
always
there
did
for
the
a while.
engineering
Yeah.
for us at TV2 when
Yeah.
we were doing the telethons for
Yeah.
a long time. Yeah, Tim's your cousin.
Yeah, he's my
Okay,
cousin.
I was
Yeah.
wondering about that.
A lot of people think he's my brother, but
Yeah,
we look alike. But you know.
I think you're
Yeah.
better looking.
Oh, thank you. Did you hear that, Tim?
just
Sorry, Tim.
I like Terry. He's a nice
that's
guy.
right, buddy.
He's here and you're not.
Okay. And I just want to mention that Vanessa Becker, our professional photographer for Saturday Night Live and Local,
Hey,
is here.
Vanessa.
She's here to take some pictures of you guys. So comb your hair a little bit. And
It is what it is.
with these headphones on, it's kind of hard to keep your hair just right. But if you're a
Don't have much left anyway, so.
yeah, well, you know that happens.
I know.
People say your hair's gray. I'm just happy to have hair.
That's right, absolutely.
So, do we get another mention? there's a message. We got a message on Facebook.
Terry, bring home a gallon of milk. Okay, honey.
That's exactly what it says. A lady named Kate Howell.
Oh yeah, that
Kate?
that was Don Gray's wife.
Okay.
Okay.
Was
Yeah.
married.
Hey
at
guys,
one
great
time,
job
yeah.
tonight. Really enjoying the show. Great memories and good times. She says.
Oh
So-
wow, yeah.
So we'll give a
Nice.
shout out to Kate Howell.
Her former husband was the last member we added to the Daniels Reinhart band before we broke up.
Okay.
It was Rick Gray's brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Don.
Yep.
I knew Rick.
Yep.
But yeah, that's great. What's going on? Our engineer's looking at us like, "What'd you do? You're making noise."
Am I doing something? Am I hitting something or kicking something?
No, we're okay. Hey, when you guys were out playing, you played everywhere in this area. Did you step out of the state much, or you just played in this area? You hung around here? Or?
Never played out of state.
No. Yeah, it played regionally on Canton and that, but never. I don't think so, have we?
Well, we went Columbus a couple of times.
Columbus,
Yeah.
Columbus. And,
Mostly just local.
Yeah.
Right.
You did. You guys worked all the time, it seemed like it. Did
we were busy.
you ever have any funny stories? I mean, that we can say on the air, that are nice and clean?
Well,
my
since you
God.
put that on
So
it now, I
many.
don't.
Yeah.
You know, it is almost 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday, so you can say pretty much whatever you want now. But
Well, I'll tell you what. I think one of the funny looking back. We were playing at the Homestead down in Uricksville.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
Bobby Holmes. Bobby Holmes owned the Homestead, and we were playing down there, and it was a pretty rough place. At
yeah,
times,
I remember. I stayed away from it
Yeah, they
myself.
didn't have chicken wire in front of the stage or anything. Like Willie
They should
Nelson
have.
used to tell stories about that. But that one night, the one guy came in there with his big afro and a ring in his nose, and he looked like a wild man from Borneo, buddy. And he gave
That's
us
right
a
when.
hard time about
That's right
something.
when CB radios were
Oh, yeah.
coming out
Breaker
real hot.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, then he went out in his truck. He got mad about something. Went out in his truck and cranked up his radio.
So it would come through the PA system.
The frequency of our speakers.
really?
Yeah. And he came in. He was giving us a hard time, and Terry was playing a big old electric Ibanez, that big red Ibanez you had. That thing must have weighed 20 pounds. I
Like
swear
a
to God.
335 copy.
Okay, yeah.
And he was ready, man. He was gonna grab that guitar in the end and use it as a
Hell
weapon.
yeah.
That guy came up to the stage, man.
Sacrifice my
Yeah,
guitar for my
sacrifice
health.
guitar,
I
yeah.
would have.
Yeah.
Man, and then within a month we had a guy that threatened to do bodily harm to a bunch of people in the
Yeah,
place, and then about 2 weeks later, a couple doors down, some guy got stabbed in
Yeah,
the chest.
yeah.
That was at the Homestead?
No,
that
this
was
was
it. That
recently.
was-
Yeah.
That was like at a block party,
Oh, great neighbors, huh?
and we're going back next year.
With
But-
gluttons for punishment.
But some of the best stories were like playing on stage with Harry Chapin. When Harry played here at Dover.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
And we
Yeah.
got to go down, sit in the dressing room with him, express our admiration for him, and 2 months later, it was one of the last gigs he played. 2 months later, he was killed in that fiery car accident on the Long Island Expressway in New York City,
Yeah.
Right?
and that was one of the highlights. I
Yeah.
think I
I
can
love
speak
that
for
picture.
you
We
too. You
have
know?
a picture of Harry with his arm. We're on both sides of him. He's got his arms around us.
Yeah,
It's
just
kind of neat.
What year was that?
great man. When did he die?
Right.
Well, that was right before.
79.
That was right before we
70.
played our last gig.
It'll be 79,
Late '79, because he died in about '80. So it was late '79. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I loved his music. Cats in the Cradle, and just so many of them.
Yeah, we'll do that one. He just sort of grab you by the throat and drag you through life. In
Yeah.
his lyrics.
Yeah.
It just-
Well, I'm going to ask you to do that one. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we got a lot of people here that love that stuff.
Yeah, and I'm gonna if I'm talking too much,
No,
let me
no,
know.
go
But
ahead.
this is another story when you as a musician you just play and you entertain people and you don't think about the power sometimes of what you're playing and what you're singing. And this song, "Cats in a Cradle," has lasted through generations. I mean,
Yeah.
teenagers today still know that song.
Right.
And ironically, it wasn't written by Harry. The lyrics were written by his wife as a cautionary tale. Is to spend more time at home.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know
And he let it sit around for almost a year, and then he put it to music, and it became his signature song, you know.
Oh, yeah, we play that on the station during the day as a greatest hit song. But
Yeah, and that's the song that I was telling you. We were playing this gig out in the outdoor concert, and friends and families were there, and we were playing the song, and a gentleman in his 40s and his dad in his 60s, halfway through the song, came together and embraced each other in front of us during this song, and you know, basically cried on each other's shoulders, you know. And
wow.
it
Powerful song.
I remember thinking, wow, music
yeah,
can do that, you know,
Yeah.
to people.
and that's why we do this. We love music. So
Let me show.
okay, take it away, Daniels and Reinhardt.
Yeah, song's all about being there. What happens if you're not? 2, 3, 4. Well, my child arrived the other day. He came into the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking for I knew it, and as he grew, he said, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. See the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, a little boy blue and a man in the moon. Oh, when you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. We're gonna have a good time then. Well, my son turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw? I said, not today, I got a lot to do. He said, that's okay, and he walked away, but his smile never dimmed. He said, I'm gonna be like him, yeah. You know I'm gonna be like him. See the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, a little boy blue and a man in the moon. Oh, when you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. We're gonna have a good time then. Well, he came from college the other day, so much like a man, I just had to say, son, I'm proud of you. Can you sit for a while? He shook his head, then he said with a smile, what I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. I'll see you later, can I have them, please? See the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, a little boy blue and a man in the moon. Oh, when you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. We're gonna have a good time then. Now time passes like it always does. Well, I've long since retired, my son's moved away. I called him up just the other day. I said, I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said, I'd love to, Dad, if I could find the time. You see, my new job's a hassle, the kids with the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. See the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, a little boy blue and a man in the moon. Oh, when you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. We're gonna have a good time then. Yeah. That's a good
I can
song.
listen to that all night long. That's
Thank
great.
you.
No matter
That's a
who-
great
yeah,
song.
yeah.
The words of
It
that
is a
song.
great song. Yes.
His wife was quite talented.
Yeah, she got his attention. He said, yeah. He always said that when Harry did this live, he would say, "This song scares the hell out of me every time I do it."
Really?
Because it's a constant reminder to him. Because he traveled all the time. He was doing. He was one of those guys that did. He made a promise to himself. Said if he ever makes it. Becomes famous in any way, shape, or form. He was always going to do one job for him and one job for the other guy, and he did that. Half his concerts were for charities.
Oh my gosh!
So
I didn't know that.
half of his jobs went to, and World Hunger was the big his big cause. But yep, he was a man that we miss a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We're still honored to do that song, aren't we, Terry?
You could play his music all night long, and I could listen to that. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Also, another same lady actually told us not to mention her name on the air anymore, so we won't. But she wrote, let's see here. Mail Order Annie.
Oh, wow.
Is that a song that you guys do?
Yeah, it's an old Chapin song, too.
Would you, when you get a break here?
Can you do that?
Yeah. Tom's a trooper because Tom's out here.
Oh.
He's got a little bit of cold,
Yeah.
a little bit of a sore throat, so he's struggling through this for us, and we appreciate it.
Oh, hey, it's fun.
It's a lot of
Great.
fun.
We appreciate you having us, man. This is very cool, isn't it? Very cool.
Wish I was home listening to it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You'll be able to hear it.
Wow, you want to do this? Yeah, this is.
Okay.
This song Harry wrote about mail order brides. Now, how many people write songs about mail order brides?
Nowadays, it's Russian brides, and
Right.
Chinese brides, and God knows what else out there.
This is about Harry Crane meeting his mail order bride for the first time as she steps off the
I
train.
guess there still are mail order brides. The
Are there?
Russians. Yeah.
Is there?
Get them out of a magazine.
Oh, yeah.
No magazine I read. What have you been reading, Terry? Oh, sorry. All right, this is
All right, we'll give
Daniels
it a
and
try,
Reinhart.
man. First, I did not think it could be you. But you're the only one who got off the train. So you must be my wife, Miss Annie Halsey. Yes, yes. I must be your husband. Hello, I'm Harry Crane. Mail order Annie, never mind your crying. Your tears are sweet rain in my empty life. Mail order Annie, can't you see I'm trying to tell you that I'm glad you're here. You are the woman who's come to be my wife. You know you're not as pretty as I dreamed you'd be, but then I'm not a handsome fancy Dan, and out here looks are really not important. No, no, it's what's inside a woman when she's up against the land. Mail order Annie, never mind your crying. Your tears are sweet rain in my empty life. Mail order Annie, can't you see I'm trying to tell you that I'm glad you're here? You are the woman who's come to be my wife. You know, it's not an easy life you're entering. The winter winds whistle through the cracks there in the sod. You know you'll never have too many neighbors. But there's you, babe, and there's me, and there's God. No, I'm just a dirt man from the North Dakota plains. You're one girl from the city who's been thrown out on her own. And I'm standing here, not sure of what to say to you, except in mail order Annie lets you and me go. Mail order Annie, never mind you crying. Your tears are sweet rain in my empty life. Mail order Annie, can't you see I'm trying to tell you that I'm glad you're here? You are the woman who's come to be my wife.
I could listen to you guys all night. Let's just shut the show down. You guys just keep playing.
Song.
Well, I got the lady that doesn't want us to mention your name on the air. She said it brought tears to her eyes to hear that song. So, hey, we're going to do some little bit of legal stuff here, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
So, this is DNP 102.3.
Saturday nights, live and local, from DNP 102.3.
This is Johnny T. It's Saturday Night Live and Local, and only on DNP 102.3. And we're here tonight with our special guests, Daniels and Reinhart, Tom Daniels, Terry Reinhart. And, boy, the song that you guys just played, people have been making comments that have brought tears to their eyes. And we had another comment, too, from Karen Blanton Baker. Do we know Karen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They have fond memories of playing Pineview.
Well, that's
1 and 2
exactly
out at
what
her
she
house.
said.
Yeah.
She said, oh, wait a minute. First of all, she said, great memories. We need another Pineview.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
You said it before I did, but you knew what she was talking about. And one of the other things that she said, and maybe we can get to this and not just right now, but she said Rick's favorite, Halfway to Heaven.
Oh, can't do it.
Can't do it?
I can't. No, we don't do that anymore.
Okay.
No.
But that's okay. I mean, what was that song?
It's on one of those
Well, we can.
CDs. I don't know
Well, I don't know
what
what it
version
sounds
is
like.
or not, but
I don't see it on any of these CDs.
it's the one they had my music on it, but I don't know how it sounds.
I don't know. I'd rather not try.
Yeah, we
it.
better not do that one. But
No?
we can't do it. No, we haven't listened to that, so I don't know if it's what the quality is or anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have our engineer take a look at it.
Yeah.
Maybe he can flush it out there and see what's going on.
Yeah.
You guys were about to tell me a story of some sort. Terry had a story.
Well, this was back. Well, you know, we opened for Alex Bevan, too.
Oh man, I like Alex Bevan. He's an upbeat.
Skinny little boy from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But that was at the Wind Chasers, too. But Terry's got a story We opened for the Chicago Knockers. It was a female mud wrestling group out of Chicago. So
Wow, that was the
tell 'em
highlight of your
one, Terry.
career, wasn't it?
Tell them that one. That was highlight. Yeah. Tell them about that. About the open for the Chicago Knockers. What that was like.
And the old Wind Chasers.
The
in
old
downtown-
Wind Chasers.
downtown New
Yeah.
Philly.
Yeah.
Tom and I are out there, and it's stag night. They could care about us playing music.
They were wanting the Knockers.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's kind of nice, though. We got to spend some time backstage with them, and
Yeah.
they were studying. They were going to law school, and all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. They're not what you would think they were.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
We were out
I
there on
can't tell you the
stage.
rest of this. Well,
Yes, you can. You
Yeah.
I don't think I went to work the next day.
Didn't you? No, I don't remember.
I'm retired now. I can tell this story. I called in sick.
Did you? I just remember playing, and we were I think we played an hour and a half before they came on. About 45 minutes into our set, nobody cared about what we were playing. All these guys were saying, "Bring on the Chicago Knockers,
Well, they chanting.
bring them on." Yeah, it was like, and we just looked at each other and said, "Man, we want to get off this."
Yeah,
thing."
we're done.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they were a big hit.
Yeah, I'll bet they were. Did you have to tear your equipment down too, or
Well, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
Quick,
yeah.
we
you couldn't get off quick enough
yeah,
for that
that's
guy?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had to drag it to the back there.
Not everybody gets to open up for the Chicago Knockers.
That's right. That's
We
for
strolled table to table.
Sure. Yeah, down at Bassetti's. Yeah. Yep.
Somebody said, hang a measuring cup on the end of your guitar.
Our tips.
Yeah. And we had more in tips than we made that night playing, didn't we?
Well, we were telling John this last time we talked to him that when we started playing, the union rate was like $12.50 a night a piece. So
That's
$12.50 a night.
Oh my God.
That was the minimum. You know, you always charge more than that, but that was the union minimum.
I think I still have one union contract we signed. Was
Is that right?
the two of us for 3 hours for $50.
Yep.
Wow, high
3
rollers
hours
there.
for $50. Yep.
And we thought we were rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
you were just doing it for fun, though.
Well, yeah, we didn't expect
Well,
to
we
get
were.
paid for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It turned out to be a nice avocation for us. You know, we were fortunate enough to both have jobs that gave us the opportunity
Yeah.
to pursue our music too. You know,
And we've had some good ladies behind us, too,
Oh.
letting us do this.
my God, yes. If it weren't for our wives, I don't know what we'd have done. Yep.
Well, that's
The
good.
support.
It's good to have somebody behind you like
Oh.
that supports you.
Yep.
It's not always yakking in your ear about where are you going, what are you doing, and that kind of
No,
stuff.
never complained about playing.
That's great. That's great
Me
stuff.
playing.
What are we doing here? Okay. Our engineer's telling me things to do here, and I got headphones on. I can't hear him. Okay, he checked that song out, and it's on there, and it sounds okay. So you want to play it or not? It's up
That's
to you guys.
subjective, isn't
I'll
it?
tell you what, this is on Rick Baker, buddy. If it doesn't sound good, we're going to let it fly.
All right.
Yeah, Rick always, every time he'd walk in, he said, "Play my song," you know. So,
Okay. We got it queued up
I'm
here.
Oh my God.
not going to endorse this version. Okay, well, I'll just
knows?
say that I'll.
Well, you
I'll
recorded
try
it,
that
so it
right
must be
now.
good.
All right.
Well, 40
Hey, go
years
for it.
ago.
Well, jeez. Yep. You know what? Like 2/5 of the people in this room weren't here 40-something years
That's
ago.
true. Yeah. Yeah. This is a sordid little song about. Yeah. Well, you'll hear it.
Okay, this is Halfway to Heaven, Daniels and Reinhart.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a song written by Harry Chapin. Has quite a lyric to it, I guess. There's no tick-tock on your electric clock, but still your life runs down. There's no tick-tock on your electric clock, but still your life runs down. I'm halfway to heaven in my home at Forest Hills. It's 11:30 I've got some time to kill. Well, I missed my bus connection, 'cause my train got in too late. I'm forced into reflection by this half-hour wait. Now I have been a straight man, I have played it by the rules. I've been a good man, a good husband, a good old-fashioned fool. I've got a fine wife and 2 children, just like everybody's got. But after 15 years of marriage, the fires don't burn too hot. Ah, someone played a trick on me. They set me up so perfectly. They gave me their morality, and then they changed the rules they set for me. Someone must be laughing now, but it don't seem funny somehow that the world's accepting now what it once would not allow back in my younger days. Oh, the world has changed in so many ways. My mama once said to me, so many years ago now, now don't you touch those bad girls. So I never had girls until I had my Mary. When we married, my Mary then had my 2 sons. My life as a lover was already done. It was over before it had even begun. Ah, someone played a trick on me. They sent this little girl to me. She is my new secretary, and she's something to see. But she's a nice girl, and it's a young world, and she lives her life so free, and she sure gets through to me. She brings a pad into my office. She wears a sweater and a skirt, and somewhere deep inside of me, something starts to hurt. Oh, well, she's wearing nothing underneath, and I can see what there's to see. She smiled and said you wanted me. I'd have to agree. Ah, you know how much I want her, and I know that I could have her. I know I could, I know she would make love to me so wonderfully. Goddamn, I'm one crazy mixed up mixture of a man. Now in my head, all my life, I've been a sinner. But in bed with just my wife, I'm still a beginner. But tomorrow night, I'm taking that little girl out to dinner. Yeah! Oh, there's no tick-tock on your electric clock. Still your life runs down. Oh, there's no tick-tock on your electric clock. Still your life runs down. There's no tick-tock. Still your life runs down.
Yeah.
There it was. And
Wow.
that was you said that recording wasn't too good, but I think it was really
wasn't
good.
bad at all,
Came out
yeah.
good, and the whole thing. That was Halfway to Heaven, another Chapin tune. Came out really good, I think. Where was that? Everything you have here is recorded live. That's great. With your reel-to-reel and little microphones.
Well, we just don't we don't have the time, nor do we do the we don't have friends that have any kind of recording equipment. We just
Anymore,
kinda,
yeah.
So anybody out there that wants to
no,
help them out?
That's not it either.
No.
No, we're more of a live performance kind of thing than.
Well, you guys always
Studio.
get it. Like I said before, you get everybody involved. And did you you guys played some funny songs, didn't you, before? Or kind of off color, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we can get you to play one or two of those on the air, if you can think of them. As long as they don't have any, like F-bombs or anything, we're good with it. The content
That
is...
rules out about half of it.
Come on now.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, we did the chicken song, 6 Night Drunk. You did the oyster song. We did the out drinking song. Some of those, but we don't do.
People my age.
There's a good one. Yeah. Do that one.
People my age?
People My Age by John Gorka. You ever heard of John Gorka?
I've heard the name, but I don't. Yeah. And let me remind everybody, this is Saturday Night Live and Local, DNP 102.3, with your host, Johnny T. And tonight we have Daniels and Reinhart live here in the studio. We're playing some of their old stuff that was live in some of the local venues. And they're finding something in the book here that's going to take everybody back to the...
Well, this is not an old song.
No, it's not?
No. Well, he's getting it, you got the right capo there. We heard John Gorka. I don't know if you know John Gorka. He's a folk singer, contemporary folk singer, writer. And he did this. We saw him live do this song, and Terry came home and he learned it. And it's called People My Age. And everybody here would appreciate that for sure.
That's good.
Okay, here we go. Daniels and Reinhart.
I always preface this. It just goes out to people our age, maybe sometimes a little older, but don't realize we're getting older, but it just kind of sneaks up on you. But it's about us.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I just lost my guitar. People my age started looking gross. I can't say all, and I wouldn't say most. I've seen them in the grocery, I've seen them up close. People my age started looking gross. People my age are shown somewhere. There's holes where the teeth was, and their heads have gone bare. Their brains are shrinking, faces sinking into fat. As for the mirror, they won't be looking into that. People my age have started looking gross. Maybe not in Colorado or up the Silicon Coast. Back in Pennsylvania, I ate scrapple on toast. Those were my first steps on the road to looking gross. People my age are looking overripe. Some are getting operations to tighten up what ain't tight. What gravity's ruined, they try to fix with a knife. What's pleasant in the darkness is plain scary in the light. People my age have started looking gross. I can't say all, and I wouldn't say most. I've seen them in the grocery, I've seen them up close. People my age started looking gross. Gross. Yeah, we're all 25 with the lights on, right?
Yeah,
off.
That song is scary to me.
Isn't that good?
That's a good song, though. Dude, people like that stuff, though. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great stuff. Great stuff. So, we're turning the lights out here. Going to get intimate. What are you going to play next? Hey, we have another song queued up here, but we can talk a little bit if you want. You got any more funny stories for us, or any, maybe not funny, but maybe odd or?
Man, let me think on that.
Well, how about we play this song
Okay.
and you think about some
Okay.
some stories?
So we can tell on the radio.
Yeah, that's the problem. Trying to filter all that out.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and play this song, and this is a song written by former mayor of New Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, this was done. This was our studio stuff. Yeah.
This is some songs you guys did in the studio.
Right.
And is this one down in Chillicothe that you were talking about?
Yeah.
Pure Prairie League recorded down there? And
Yep.
Appalachia Sound, yeah.
Appalachia Sound, yeah, okay. So this is a song called Hero, written by former mayor of New Philadelphia, Greg Erb. So if you're listening, Greg.
Little Steely Dan flair to it.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. So we are ready to go. Here we go.
This morning, my friend, that our work never ends. They say Riddler is back on the street. So open your eyes and put on your disguise while I fix us both something to eat. Don't just lie there and sleep when there's work to be done and there's wars to be won. Come on, superheroes, the bank robbers just got away. Let's go dynamic duo, we promise to mail your back pay at some future day. Well, crime doesn't pay, so they say, yet financially they're making more money than me. Well, chase them, my friends, even though in the end, if they're caught within 6 months, they're free. And what happens to you and me? Being left in the cold, nothing left when we're old. Come on, superheroes, the bank robbers just got away. Let's go dynamic duo, we promise to mail your back pay at some future day, then they'll take it away. Well, I've had enough of this crime-fighting stuff, so let's ride in our crime-fighting car. Let's go to L.A. where there's money, they say, and just being a rock and roll star. Just by playing guitar, make more money by far. Superhero, superstar. Come on, superheroes will be a success overnight. Superstar dynamic duo, $1 million or so is alright. But for only one night, sorry, superheroes, the crowds just weren't that good today. Tough luck dynamic duo, we promise to mail your back pay at some future day.
There was. That was a great song. For some reason, Chad, I can't hear myself. Anyhow, we're in here with Daniels and Reinhart tonight. And this is DNP 102.3. And there we go. We got our sound back again. But And this is Johnny T, your host tonight. I'm with Daniels and Reinhart. Good stories, great music. I could see why you guys never really had a promoter or anything. You just you didn't go out and find gigs. They just came to you, huh?
Still do.
Still do?
Yeah,
we don't go knock. We don't. We just don't go looking for jobs.
when we got back together, 10 years ago now, and we said, let's just play this thing out. You know, if people want us, they'll call us.
Mm-hmm.
And when they stop calling, we'll stop playing.
There you go.
And we
Here 10
didn't
years
realize that they're still calling. So
That's great.
we're still playing.
Have jobs booked already for next year.
Yeah, so we keep busy.
Yeah, they're going to
Busy
keep you going.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you got to look at, you look at the Rolling Stones and you look at people like that and you think, just because I started thinking, man, we're too old for this shit, It's like, and then you look at people and they're still doing it.
Yeah. Theirs might be enhanced, though, what I'm trying to say. They can't be in that good a shape and in that old run.
Yeah, well, I guess
They don't carry their own equipment.
Right, they have
right.
people taking care of them and
Pampered and everything.
That's true, yeah.
Well, not too many people reach that level of
No, that's for sure.
being a celebrity. But you were talking a little bit earlier here where we're listening to some music about some people that you played with or opened for. And what was I'm trying to think of the name that you mentioned. We're all so old we forget things,
Oh, yeah.
Just talked about it 5 minutes ago.
Who?
Alex Bevan?
Alex Bevan was one.
Mike Mad Dog Adams.
Mike
from
Mad Dog.
Put in Bay.
Yeah, and Michael Murphy.
Martin Murphy, yeah.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites. Still is one of my favorites. But
Wildfire. Yeah.
oh yeah, that was a good one. He had a lot of good songs. I lived down in Colorado for a couple years, and he had a studio. I think it was up near Evergreen, Colorado, which is a town way up in the mountains. Perfect for a musician. I mean, everything on it was built on the side of the mountain, and you were looking out over like the Continental Divide.
Oh,
it was
wow.
pretty awesome the way it was set up. But I never saw him, but I was in his store.
He's a real short guy, man. He's like 5'6", I bet.
Really?
Yeah. But he was good. He had a good voice, man. He had great voice.
If you look out his store windows and look into the mountains, you know where he got his inspiration, because it was an awesome sight. So we're going to have to take care of a little bit of business here real quick, and we'll be right back, only a minute or two. And this is DNP 102.3, Saturday Night Live and Local. And tonight's guest are the Daniels and Reinhart. Terry Reinhart, Tom Daniels.
It sounds like I'm playing in the next room.
Yeah, and trying to get some engineering done here.
Mine's blasting.
Can't hear
My
anything?
guitar's blasting, and he can't hear us. Mine seems a little loud.
Okay, we're getting things change so much here. Different songs and
There we go.
okay. You guys are gonna play a couple live songs for us.
Yeah.
What are you gonna play for us?
Well, the first one we're going to play is one of our favorite songs. Those songs that have a good lyric and good meaning, you never get tired of playing.
Yeah.
It was like Cats in a Cradle. We've
Yeah.
been doing that since the 70s, and we always enjoy playing it. This is another one of those songs. It's called The Boxer,
Oh yeah.
because of the last
some
verse
crash
of the
singles.
song. Nah, that takes away from it.
Maybe I can put a couple CDs together.
Zip it up. Be quiet. But the last verse makes this song,
Okay, Daniels and Reinhart, The Boxer.
best. I'm gonna do that again here. Get tuned here.
What's that?
Those guitars were tuned when you bought them.
I
What
know
happened?
they were. Yeah,
Wow, I'd be taking that back.
I know.
Air conditioning down here.
Use that one a lot.
No air conditioning here.
Or I'm gonna play a Japanese song now. It's called Tuning.
Anyhow, we're working on tuning here. Things happen in the studio, and we are live.
That's right.
So
That's right.
no broken strings or anything yet from bending them.
No, don't do a whole lot of that. Terry does a couple songs.
If we ever get into bluesy songs. Can you hear yourself, Terry? Are we ready?
Capo one.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Daniels and Reinhardt, the boxer.
Take two. Poor boy, though my story's seldom told, I have squandered my resistance with a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. Our lies suggest till a man is what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. La 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 la. When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers, in the quiet of a railway station, running scared, laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. Oh, la la la, la 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 la. La 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 la. Asking only workman's wages, I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the whores on 7th Avenue. Well, I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome, I took some comfort there. La 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 la. Now I'm laying out my winter clothes, wishing I was gone, going home, where those New York City winters aren't bleeding me, or leading me.
Now the years are ruined by me, the rocking easily. I am older than I once was, younger than I'll be, but that's not unusual. No, it isn't strange, after changes among changes, we are more or less the same. After changes, we are more or less the same. Oh, la la la, la 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 la. La 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 la. In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries a reminder of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame. I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. La 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 la. Oh la la la, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
How you hanging in there, Tom?
All right,
I still
Hey, this
can't
is,
believe myself.
Saturday Night Live and Local only on DNP 102.3. This is Johnny T. And tonight our special guests are Daniels and Reinhart. And they're playing a lot of music for us tonight. And that's great because we love to hear it. And a lot of fans out there, people making comments on Facebook, and a lot of friends and family out there listening.
Be kind.
No bad remarks so far. Everything's good. Everything's good. And you're going to go right into another song?
Yeah, we'll do me and Julio as well.
Sure.
Okay.
There we go. Daniels and Reinhart. Take it away.
Wait a minute. It's like I'm playing in the backseat of a Volkswagen.
It's a little cramped in the studio, and we need new chairs. So if you want to donate new chairs to the non-profit radio station, just give us a call. Because Terry says we need them. Terry says we need them. Okay, sing into the microphones, guys.
All right.
I need my guitar just a little bit louder.
Got it? Mama Pajama, she rolled out of bed, went to the police station. Papa found out, he began to shout, started the investigation. Was against the law, was against the law. What my mama saw was against the law. Well, mama looked down and spit on the ground every time my name got mentioned. Papa said, oh, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. I said goodbye to Rosie, Queen of Verona, yeah. I seen me and Julio down by the schoolyard. I seen me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Take me away, but the restless soul. And when the radical priest came, you were released, all on the cover of Newsweek. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rose, Queen of Verona, yeah. I seen me and Julio down by the schoolyard. I seen me and Julio down by the schoolyard. A couple of days are gonna take me away, but the restless story. And when a radical breeze came to get me released, we were all on the cover of Newsweek. And I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Queen of Verona, yeah. I seen me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seen me and Julio down by the schoolyard. I seen me and Julio down by the schoolyard. My whistler isn't whistling.
Wow, you need a little liquid on the... Wet the whistle a little bit there.
That was a pathetic whistle.
It all came out good. It sounded good. So, you guys, when you started out playing music, how has your music taste changed over the years? Pretty much the same, or have you moved towards anything different over the years? Or you just kind of...
Wow, that's a good question.
Well, thank you.
It is, huh?
Yeah, I think I still like the old stuff, but I'm kind of
Yeah.
getting in like Joe Bonamassa. You ever?
Oh,
heard
yeah.
of him?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I have.
Yes, I
I'm a
mean I
blues
like to
fan.
listen.
I love
well, I
blues.
like to listen to some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Can't play it, just appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Oh, absolutely. He's
So-
very talented. So when you get, I guess another way to ask the question is, what do you listen to in your car besides DNP 102.3? What kind of music do you like to listen to? You got CDs in your car?
No, usually
just
just
radio?
serious. Pick out like the Grateful Dead station or the Jimmy Buffett station. Something
I like.
that.
I listen to Loft a lot.
Do you?
There's a lot of different stuff on the Loft and Coffee House. You know, it's still my favorite. And classic rock. You know.
Yeah, I'm
That stuff,
kind of
yeah.
stuck on classic rock,
Yeah.
and I like it all. There's
Yeah.
some music I don't like rap, and
Right.
some
Yeah.
of the country stuff is.
Right.
The new country stuff is like rock. It's almost a crossover, you know. It's
Right.
the new country. It's not like the old Waylon
man.
and Willie stuff. and
Yeah,
that kind of
was the outlaw country. We used to do a lot of that. We used to do
Oh, yeah.
Marshall Tucker Band.
Oh yeah, that's great stuff. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yes. Willie and
We
Waylon.
did a couple of Charlie Daniels back in
Yeah.
the day.
We did Whiskey River, Take My Mind, Willie song. Jeez, yeah.
We do quite a bit of Jimmy Buffett stuff now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in the summer especially, huh?
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Party music. People like to
Yep.
listen to that Margaritaville and all that
that's for
stuff.
sure. Yeah.
Some of the off the wall stuff that he
Yep.
has too.
Yeah.
One of you guys was friends with Terry Turnabenny.
Well, both were.
Oh, we both are.
Yeah. That he picked up guitar from you guys, or yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's the story.
He's told that story.
he
many
plays
times.
quite a bit of Jimmy Buffett.
Right.
His mother, she used to run into me occasionally. Well, Terry he was just a little kid, and he would sit in front of the stage.
Out to
with
Ross
his,
Welling,
with Ross Welling with his legs crossed and his arms like this, and he was just mesmerized.
Yeah.
Well, years later, Terry's mother, she would run into me in a store or something. She would go, U-S-O-B. And she would say it. She goes, wasn't for you, he wouldn't be playing that stuff now.
That evil music.
That's
He
what-
became obsessed with it.
But
yeah,
it was
with
no.
the
I mean, she
guitar.
meant it kind of half-hearted.
Yeah.
But that's way. That was always the introduction. USOB. So
Yeah,
well,
he
at least
was-
he's in there making music and not just.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Taking it
There's
away.
other things he could get into, but
Oh yeah.
neither one of you guys actually took lessons. No, you just picked it up and started playing it. I mean, do you read music, or you just kind of?
I read. I take an accordion. I can read the right hand on a. The,
Yeah,
the
I could
treble
probably
clef,
find. I could find the note on the piano if you said.
Yeah. Did either one of you guys ever give lessons to anybody? Or?
No, no.
No?
Other than, no, not, just my son. He plays a lot better than I do, but I show him stuff. But that's about it. Yeah.
That's cool though. I mean, it's always nice to pass something like that down on your kids or somebody in the
Right.
family. Because I had no musical people in my family at all. We were all. I had
Yeah.
trouble playing the radio.
Well, my sister bought me my first guitar. She was 2 years older than I started. I didn't start playing until I was about junior in high school, guitar. And she bought me a Sears and Roebuck or Montgomery Ward guitar.
Oh, an Airline.
For Christmas one year, and it came a little chord book came with it, and I think I started with you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. G7, see.
Oh.
When skies are gray, you learn those G, C, and D.
Yeah.
And I found out, man, I can start doing, she'll be coming round the mountain when she comes.
Same
and all those
chords.
songs, yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And I
You were
could keep
talking.
rhythm. That was, fortunately, but that's about it.
You were talking earlier about all the songs you can play with 3 and 4 chords.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
change key a little bit, and G, C, D, and then moving on to C. And
Well, how many songs, rock songs, were written with C, A minor, F, and G? I mean, you can do just about. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, those 4 chords there, so many songs are in that.
well, I have appreciation for good quality equipment and guitars, and I noticed both of you have very good guitars.
Yeah.
Terry's got a Martin. What model Martin is that?
It's a 00016.
00016. That's a orchestra model, or
Yeah, it's not quite as
big?
deep as Dreadnought, but when you have a beer belly like I do,
You know what? They can't see that on the radio,
right,
so
that's
you're
true
good.
too.
That's good. And then you got a Larrabee, which is another excellent guitar. Have you guys had these guitars for a long time, or?
This one's probably 10, 12 years old.
Okay.
That's about what this is. I played one guitar. I got that Yamaha. I played for 40 years. I still have it. It's almost like
got
Willie
the Willie
Nelson.
Willie Nelson, yeah, get a different tone out of it.
And it's just beat the hell. It's beat the hell, but it's still. I gave it to Jeff, my nephew, and he cleaned it all up. Had the neck reset, everything. Had it set up.
No, don't play with a damn.
Oh, it's great.
Really?
And it boomed.
Brought it back to life.
Those Yamahas, man, they had that big booming sound, But then I finally got a nice guitar about 10 years ago, probably.
Yeah, they're both really nice. I admire that.
Thanks.
But I've got an old 1971 Gibson J50 Deluxe
Oh, wow.
Really?
that's got grooves in the fretboard from people playing it. I bought it.
Yeah.
I bought that one used, but
Yeah.
I was going to bring it in tonight and let you guys take a look
Oh,
at it.
you should have.
Should have.
Yeah.
But it's really got.
You see what old J45s are going for right now.
Yeah. Well, J50s they don't even make anymore. This was a J50 Deluxe. So I had one when I was a kid, not a kid, but 21. It's the first acoustic that I bought, and then my uncle owned a music studio down in near Wintersville, and he was moving and he was changing everything to piano. And he said, "I got one guitar left in the back. I'll sell that one to you." I'm like, okay, what is it? He brought it out, and I'm like, God, it was a Gibson. I was like, oh my God, I can't even do this thing justice. And it was a 71 J50 Deluxe.
Wow.
And he said, I can give it to you for what I got in it, $225. But this is in 1972.
Right.
I said, sold. 2 kids and a wife, and I bought a guitar for $225.
And you still, that's the guitar you still have?
No, as things go, I had a 3rd kid and blah, blah, blah. This isn't about me. It's about you guys. But
Yeah,
anyhow.
no, but that's.
Well, that's my.
But I thought I searched for that same guitar for a long time, and I finally found one in decent enough shape that was played. Not put in a
okay.
box for
Yeah.
30 years. It was actually played. So
My problem is I get a guitar and then I can't get rid of it. Then I get another one, and then my wife, she's complaining. I think 4 mandolins are just enough, Terry. Okay. Well, I don't
you
know.
bought
Not
one,
when you
can you
have
sell one?
5.
yeah, you don't want to get rid of those. I mean, what the heck?
God, I probably have 6 or 8 guitars.
Yeah.
Wow, is this the one you play all the time, though? Mostly.
Yeah, it's a tool. It's a hammer.
Yeah.
My wife complains because it's got all the nicks on it. I said,
Hey, that's
it's a hammer.
That's character. That's good stuff.
The other one I have is it's probably going on 20 years old. It was split.
Ooh.
I had to
What
have
kind of
it
guitar was that?
00016. That's all I play. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, you got that nice Guild?
I got a 1966 Guild.
Wow.
Yeah.
All those musicians out there listening are going, oh my God.
And the other Martin you have?
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. It was
Oh, that's
split.
Chris Black. Yeah.
Had that.
I can't even talk. I need a drink. Of water. I'm telling you. Please listen. It's water. But anyhow, you guys are playing out now, and you said how are you doing for your Christmas season here? Does it pick up? Do you play for Christmas parties or anything like that?
No, not so much anymore. No.
We not much of the holiday. We quit, like New Year's Eve. We don't even want to play on New Year's Eve.
You don't even want to go out of the house on New Year's Eve.
No.
It's like we've given that stuff up.
Especially this year with the football playoffs on New Year's Eve.
Right. That's right. You gotta
That's right.
set
Yeah.
your priorities.
But we don't, yeah,
You got to
we don't.
prioritize.
I bet I haven't played a New Year's Eve in 20 years.
Yeah. We just,
Well, it's usually cold, icy, windy.
Yeah. It used to be when you're younger, it was the best paying gig of the year,
Yeah.
but it's such a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Amateur night.
Yeah. All the amateur drinkers get out there and act
You
crazy.
have to put up with them, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's very, very true. Not that you should ever drink and drive,
That's right. We don't
Absolutely.
condone that. at
but
all.
you don't want to be out there because you're right. It is amateur night. People go out and get crazy that night.
Yeah.
I'd much rather just sit in the house and watch TV and have a little glass of wine or something.
Yeah, or be with friends.
Yeah.
You know.
Play cards or do whatever, something quiet.
Yep. Because music, you know, even though everybody's saying, boy, it's great you're doing what you're doing. I bet it's so much fun. It's not even like work. But, you know, it's work, too.
Yeah.
You're still going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get out. And
A lot of times,
Right.
and then we have to give up something at home to do this.
Absolutely. Oh, the
that we-
sacrifices
you know-
our families have made over the years.
now does your wives come out with you when you play? And
His does, yeah.
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 that's good.
Mine does.
Just keep an eye on me.
if somebody's coming that she hasn't seen for a while, or they get together, she'll come. But otherwise, she doesn't usually. You know.
Well, that leads me into, you guys have a following then. I mean, when you guys play out, you see a lot of the same faces, and so you bring people with you when you play out.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always a group here and there. That know us and we know them, and
That's good. Familiar faces.
yeah. Makes
I'm
it a
going to
lot
ask
more
you.
fun.
I'm going to ask you, Terry, one more time about ornery songs. You know any other ornery songs that?
Could do the drinking song.
Let's do the drinking song.
'Cause it's
Pat
like
Daly.
Oh yeah, it's like 5 minutes till 11. You can
Oh,
cut
right
loose
on
and
that
play
one.
whatever you want.
Well, the drinking song is a little ornery song written by Pat Daly, who's a North Coast Jimmy Buffett. And he wrote this song, and he didn't write it. Song's not about us, and it's not about anybody in here, but it's about somebody we know, right? That's it. It's got to be about somebody else. Can't be about us.
Okay. And the name?
The drinking song.
Oh, that's what it's called. Okay. Here you go. Drinking song by
Keep
Daniels
with
and
three,
Reinhart.
right? Ready? Am I in? That's
Come on.
It's not. That doesn't sound like we're drunk already.
That might help.
All right. Here we go. You should have seen me last night when I fell down laughing. I stumbled down a flight of metal stairs. I went crashing through the window at the VFW hall, and I tumbled over a pile of metal chairs. Then I cussed out my girlfriend and I felt up her mom. I wrecked my car and I think I bruised my spine. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I got drunk and sold a boat out of the Edgewater Yacht Club, doing 90 miles an hour right to the bay. I sank her out at Buckeye Point and walked on into town. Tore up someone's flowers on the way. Then I stopped into the crow's nest and threw up on the rug. Slapped that hostess on her big day high. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. Well, I talk dirty to the waitresses, I never leave a tip. I leave her my cigar butts in the guacamole dip. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. Well, I'm going out tonight, I'm gonna tie on a good one. Does anybody wanna come with me? I'll take you to this biker bar where we can kick some ass.
Let's go.
And the gay bar where we'll get our drinks for free.
Same place as always.
With there's shooters of tequila and a case of beer apiece. And chase it down with a gallon of cheap wine. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I like to do my late night drinking in them smoky, sleazy bars. Go out to the parking lot, piss on people's cars. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I feel so fine. Always have myself a real good time. I'll give me that one.
always have myself a real good time.
That's a fun song.
Yeah.
This is DNP 102.3, Saturday Night Live and Local.
Thanks for having us.
And
Appreciate
you
it.
guys were great. I really appreciate you coming in. I know everybody enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. I could listen to you guys all night.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Especially with the Harry Chapin stuff. And,
Oh.
and I'm sure you got a couple of Michael Murphys tucked away somewhere.
Used to. I have to get them back out. But,
Well, we're
Yeah.
you know, that 2 hours just flew by.
oh, it
did.
did. It really did.
It's fun stuff, and we really appreciate you guys coming in. And,
Thanks for having us.
Everybody, take a look out there for Daniels and Reinhart. Just see it in the paper and run out and see them.
Oh, thank
Are
you.
we allowed to say that on the air?
Yep.
Yeah, where do you play next? You know?
Oh, well, we play
Nick.
out Swisters and Sugar
Next
Creek next
Saturday,
Saturday afternoon.
Wonderful work.
And our home base is Gavin's on the Square, Philly. They've been great to us over the years, man. We play there every other week, every other Friday during the winter, and every Thursday during the summer.
Oh, you guys play outside in the
Outside
summertime.
in the summer, and it's, yes, and that's our, and the
Yeah,
Schoolhouse Winery, we'd be playing out there, and
Oh, great.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, you guys. I really appreciate you being on. I just want to mention that next week we have Zach Perillo
Oh, Zach.
is on, and Zach is in this building actually with his beauty salon called The Head Shop.
Oh, yeah,
And,
yeah.
Zach will be bringing some of his own music with him next week, and I think it's just going to be Zach. He might bring a friend, but
Oh, does he have,
I
what
saw
was
that
the band
sign
he
in
had?
the
What was
in the. I saw that sign in the
Headshot,
window.
yeah.
I got all excited.
Yeah, head shop right here.
no, Ziggy's is gone.
boutique.
No more Ziggy's.
Ziggy's. Oh, remember Ziggy's? Yeah.
People that are older like us know
Yeah.
what Ziggy's was. A shirt place. They sold shirts, right?
Yeah,
Records?
yeah, right.
Records.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyhow, thanks a lot, guys. Zach will be with us next week.
you.
Wrap it up here tonight, and thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it. This is Johnny T. Send it on to some rock and roll right now.